here.
Yeah, I mean, it's only is it April? It's only April, so you don't get summer here in April usually, but it's warm.
Well, we are supposed to have some rain coming in. I can see the clouds coming in. So it's kind of, yeah, up here on the mountain, you know, they say never to start planning until after Mother's Day because sometimes we get a light snow dusting right at the end. So.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, but even in UK, you can get snow at this time and in May. Not very often, but you can.
Oh, wow. I just heard that it was snowing a lot in yesterday in Chicago, and you know I'll be leaving to go to Chicago next week. So I'm like,
oh my goodness,
really good friend. I like snow, but far away, and I like when I have to go out to go play and come out from it. But just leaving, you know, yeah, it's yeah, a bit challenging. But it is what it is, and I want to welcome all of us this moment as we celebrate. I want to see if I can use my husband there. So something happened to me yesterday. With my Healy, I tried to, you know, to connect it. One of this, it wouldn't go in. So. Yeah, so one won't go in. So I guess I have to put a request. I have to put a request. So even my listen can go. So I can use Dr. O, but I can do vibrate. That's all I can do now with my. Let me just get it.
You can use with a coil, I take it.
I don't know because the same thing goes in with the coil.
Oh, yeah. But I'm wondering if it's a problem with the actual lead.
Maybe it's possible. Yeah.
Maybe one of the end of the leads malfunctioning.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Yeah.
So she must be going to get that. I'm trying to. Oh, there it is.
It occurred to me, Mama, just now. I wonder whether it's the end of one of your leads that's malfunctioning, the actual end of the lead that you put in.
This one?
Yeah. Do you think it's
no?
The lead?
But when I switch it, like if I put it in the neck, you know how they have this hole? If I put it in this hole, it goes through, it goes in and holds. Yes. Okay. If I try to put it here, you know, it won't go in. Oh,
right.
Yeah.
So, that's weird.
Yeah, it won't go in. So, and this is just yesterday. Yeah, it won't go in. And then it doesn't matter, I switch. And then I switched, I used my husband, I tried it. So it wasn't, I was thinking maybe something was wrong with my, you know, the cable. Used his and still didn't go, it wouldn't go through. So I don't know, I have to take a picture. And so to do a vibrate, anything, I mean to use a microcurrent, I have to borrow his or one of my son. I have one of my sons though.
Mama, did you want me to do the disclaimer real quick?
Yes, please. Yes, do the disclaimer.
Okay.
I'm trying to let you guys see my
Oh yeah.
Isn't that beautiful? I'm trying to make you see it. So that's why it's going to
that's mine.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you see that?
Is it the shungite? Is it the shungite?
Oh no. This is Hebrew letter.
Oh, nice.
It's not showing. Yeah. I got this at
Mama, you gotta allow me to share the screen.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay.
No worries.
Okay.
Hi, darling.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, darling.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead.
You're not going to hear me much because I have someone working here, so I'm
okay.
Gonna
okay. Yeah, we have a house full too, so it's like okay.
No worries. Okay, so Healy is a microcurrent medical device that has been cleared by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration only for the local relief of acute, chronic, and arthritis pain, muscle soreness due to overexertion. Healy also has a non-medical applications that are used individualized microcurrent frequencies to harmonize your bioenergetic field. Always use your Healy in accordance with its instructions for use. All right, here we go. And then Mama disappeared.
She was there and then she wasn't.
I know. She's like, where'd she go?
Yeah, awesome.
So are we able to run the coherence?
Yes, that's what I want. That's what I want. I can only vibrate. So
Yeah.
and since I kind of, but we want to do it. So
Yeah.
let me see if my husband can allow me. But he has to be with his phone because I didn't download his I didn't have his serial number on mine. I don't. So I know you can have like as many.
You could still do it, Mama, because I trade off between mine and Bob's all the time.
Oh, without you downloading
with the pink one. With the pink one, yeah, it says search for another Healy, and then it just scans the thing on the back, and then you can do it.
I see it's my personal. Oh, okay. Let me try that.
On that note, I'm puzzled because I've got two Healys, but one has the professional on and one hasn't. Right. But sometimes I can run the professional on both Healys. Is that normal?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
but not always. Once I couldn't. It's, you know what I mean? Say I've got one by my bed, which sometimes I use.
Oh, there. You know what? If it's the same account, if it's the same account.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the same account, even though it's a different device, but it's the same account. It's with your email is the same thing, because usually it goes with your email. So
right.
Yeah.
Which was very handy, but I never did find the power of 3 on the resonance. You know, that extra program, the power of 3 is on the resonance.
Mine used to be on the resonance, but I haven't looked it up in a while.
But that extra program that we got added to the pink dot app is not being added to the blue. Perhaps it was never supposed to be, but I can't find it. I just thought I'd better check in case.
Mine was on there for a little bit, but I haven't checked it lately, but they've been doing a lot of updates lately.
Yes.
I get, those little notes that have all the updates on there.
Release notes, yeah.
So it's possible that maybe they changed it. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That is funny. Okay, you guys laugh. I put I guess this one was on, and then I put my husband, I connected with my husband, and then I'm doing, so it is reading, it turned mine on.
I've done that before.
He turned mine on. Well, it hasn't turned my, it only turned mine on. It didn't turn his. It just, it didn't get connect with the blue dot.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I run it. I just enjoy running it, and that's it.
The important thing is that as long as both of them are blinking when the program's running. Is that both of the numbers? Because I've noticed that, on mine, if just the blue one's beeping and not the green light, then that means that it's not running the program. Actually, it might show that it's running the program, but if the light's not blinking, it's not.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the
on the Healy.
On
you know how the blue light flashes when it's connected to Bluetooth? Well,
yes, the Bluetooth. Yes.
When you run the program, it like does this quick flashy thing as it's loading the program, and then once the program starts, it just blinks periodically like this.
Yeah, that's what's going on here. So I don't think. All right. So we of course we have Nancy. Yeah.
Hello, Nancy.
How are you? You're in a car. I see. She's you muted. Well, I want to welcome you all again.
Yes, I'm in the car. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome you all in our time together weekly. And I just want to, first of all, I want to ask if it's something that you guys want to continue to do every week, or should we move it? Because it's like a lot of people are not showing up, and maybe it's like, okay, maybe everybody has mastered what they need to master, and then maybe we can, if you want to do it every 2 weeks, and then once in a while we bring somebody to just kind of, because I know when we brought Dr. Owens, we had like 20 something people join in, which is amazing. But I think so it's not we're not wasting each other's time. I wanted to ask if we, because this is really the core. I think who else was who joins it? If we want to move it, say, hey, let's do every 2 weeks now to see if people really need it, and then the people can actually. I want to encourage people to go to the Telegram, because the communication going on helps us, as we learn on a daily basis. And so I wanted to kind of put it out there for us to consider, because if it's just two of just kind of few of us that really on, we can move it. I would really love this to continue, because this is something that that will help us, or with questions, and also some things that we want to talk about. It's not just always has to do with Healy, so that we can bring it and talk about. But we need to be, for me, my time is very, it's like I'm running from, like today, I'm running from one Zoom to another, and I gotta get to another Zoom. I've been in Zoom since 9 this morning. So just to be able to, make sure that we give ourselves a space to learn. So it's not, we don't have to, so it's not just like, it's something we do. I want it to be rich. I want it to be fulfilling. I want it to be like, when we live here, we're like, oh my God, we have really been with each other and we have gotten something. So I want to put it up to you all, and we can put it on the Telegram, say, hey, this is what we're thinking about, or we can just decide and then try every 2 weeks and give ourselves. What do you guys think?
I think that's good. What do you think, Julie?
Yeah. Well, I think with what you've just explained, because I've done that with another group. Well, I didn't do it, but another group that I'm involved in, we did it every week. And that's the conclusion we came to. So we did it every other week. Yeah.
It gives
I love coming every week. It's, I absolutely do.
Yeah.
But I understand that it might encourage more to come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And sometimes, like now, most of us are getting back to like a normal work, and like all kinds of stuff coming in, and Destiny's going to be moving, and she's moving, and from the other place she's going to move to the other place, and so some things at least give us, so that while you're doing it, you're listening to some things that has to do with frequency or has to do with health, and then you say like, hey, I found this thing, so we can actually focus and learn on it. So it's not just it's not a ritual that we meet every week. You gotta understand that it's not a ritual, that's not a must, but we want to have it powerful, so that when we meet, and then there's really something really coming out, and our questions are being answered. And I know that some people already stopped doing that because people were not showing up. I don't want it to happen to us, because I know that Teresa and other people, they stopped it because I think when they met, it's like at the very beginning, like they have like 300 people in there, in the line. And now all of a sudden, we go to theirs once in a while, but it was also starting to become 2, it's like 3, and like, hey, okay, maybe they've mastered the stuff. But I think this is about life, this is about health, and that, I know that Nancy is very much into health. She's like, eat healthy food, Paul, and all this. And she knows all these things, So that could be something that, hey, somebody will put together and just have do a presentation, and then we can do a Healy, this. So that's what I'm presenting to all of us today, so that we're aware, not so that it's just not like it becomes a work. I don't want it to become a work, a job. like a task. I want it to be, hey, we want to, something we want to, learn and be with, on that. Yeah. So anyway, that's where I'm coming from.
Amen, Mama. We're there with you.
Yeah. Okay.
The other thought that I have had, I'm very aware that I'm the only one in UK. That in itself is not a problem, but I'm very aware that that other people are working. Maybe that's why they can't come.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, that people are
I
returning
mean, you
to work.
facilitated me, and I really appreciate that. I don't want to not come, but I understand if you did have to move the time, you know.
Not even the time. I mean, the time is as well, but I'm thinking about, moving it is not every week, every week.
Yes.
Yeah. So we give each the time, and then somebody would take time, like, how you took time to do this lesson, and then on a Power of Three, you spent time. So when we, it was so rich for us. And so it's not like, if you do something repetition, repeat, and it will lose its own the richness, so that's all I'm asking.
I totally get you.
Yeah. Last week I really appreciate, I really enjoyed Darlene, the teaching on that, on the
Shungite.
Shungite. Yeah.
And you got all your stuff.
It's so funny because I put it there, they said the next day it showed up.
Wow.
First it showed up. Okay, so we had a meeting, and I just went ahead, I think that night or whatever. The book came the next day.
Wow.
The book came the next day. So then, of course, then the rocks. I want to ask, because, I think Julie, you asked that question to Darlene. Okay, how do we know? I went through with what he said. I used to, what did he say, Darlene? I typed that. Not pure.
The elite or the noble?
Elite, yes. So it shows the elite. Then I selected the elite. I don't feel like I got the elite, even though I selected that, because I'm feeling you didn't because I'm a natural person, so I do a lot of stuff. I don't feel like it's a rock that I got. So I don't know if they actually send me a rock, or if so I mean, I don't know. Is it supposed to be heavy a little bit?
It does have a slight weight to it, but it depends on which one. Like the small ones, they have a little bit of weight to it, but it looked like you got one of the pyramid shaped ones too. Does it have weight to it?
I got a bracelet. No, no, sure. I got the bracelet.
Let's see what you got, Pastor.
Okay. Let me bring it.
I was looking online on Amazon too to get the right one, because it was like, because I really need to get one. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait till I move. And I mean, technically I only have a few weeks. I'm having a hard time sleeping since I put these new poles in. So I need to get the one for the bedroom.
Okay,
I want to make sure I get the right diameter.
So this is it's a little bit, it's not, I was thinking like if it's a rock, it should be a bit heavy. And then this is the
pyramid,
pyramid. And this is okay. And then this one is very light, and that's the one actually I'm questioning. And then
there is a little weight. There's supposed to be some weight to them.
Pastor, I would have given you a bracelet. I thought you didn't like it.
Oh, what did he say? What did he say, darling?
Wait, hold on. Let me go to another room.
This one I can think, because it does have weight on it. It does have the rocks.
Yeah. The rocks that I have a little weight to them, but
this one does. The rocks
and depending on the size of it will determine some of it is really light.
Okay.
Depending on the size of it. But Pastor, if I'd have known, I thought you didn't like bracelets.
Oh, so no,
I would have given you a bracelet.
You can still give it to me, girl. Because this one. No, I like. Don't you see me come to church with bracelets?
Yeah, but I know you said that you don't particularly care for bracelets.
I like bracelets.
I feel bad.
Oh, don't feel bad. No. I like bracelets. I like bracelets. You saw me, I wear bracelets. I come to church.
When I saw you Sunday, I was like, she got bracelets on, but I thought she
you gotta see, I have a lot of bracelets.
That's one of my. I thought I heard you say something about you didn't care for the.
Oh no, we're talking about a watch. Remember we were talking about this watch. To have the watch. Wear it all day. And then that's why I said.
Pastor, I would have given you a bracelet.
No, not the wood cooler. You still will give to me. So I still look for others.
She's like,
let me see what you have. Let me see what kind you have, Pastor.
It's a little rubber band, and
Yeah, but I'm just trying to see the bead. It's the round bead. Okay.
It's a round bead. Yes.
Okay.
You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, yes, a round bead.
Okay, so I'll know what to bring you.
Yeah, yeah. And then when I show it, I'll show it to you on Sunday. Then you see if it's actually, listen. But I did.
But you don't always feel something with it.
Okay. I mean, no, I'm talking about the weight. I'm not talking about the feeling. Yeah, just like I thought it was like if it was, yeah, that's the only thing that I was thinking. Okay. Yes. So, but it's really it's something for us to know all this. And I got the book, and I haven't read the book, but I will, and I'm going through like page by page, to really finish the book. But I really appreciate the fact that you took time to be able to do that. Each of you have, like, just for life, like I was talking about Nancy and Paul, they are, oh my God, if you actually made those couple, they're crazy. But if you actually, they are so beautiful and handsome, and you don't know their age. She's like a glamour star. I mean, you just see her in this and that, but being with them, like, oh my God. So, but it's because of the way they take care of themselves, the kind of food they eat. And, that's something that can teach us and teach other generation, like, hey, this is, keeping us, is we do this, we do that. So, and that's something that, like we're talking about, we bring all the resources that we have, to help each other in our journey of life, because this is a journey. The body that God is amazing. This is, okay, so one of this, philosophy in, I forgot his name, I probably should check it out first, but he said that God is ever expanding universe. Okay. And you and I, we know that we say God lives in us. That's what we say. Okay. God lives in us, or we live in God. So if this body, and the Bible says that this body that we have is a temple of God, that God actually dwells in it, which means that we are ever expanding, which means our body is ever expanding. We have this an amazing body that expands, and is so just the potentialness of this body is beyond our imagination, really. Now, that's why, I mean, the only person that put it so good and so great is David. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. How do you explain that? I don't know. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. So, which, in other words, there is no one on this earth can really describe and say, this is, like our body. I mean, there's, there's a doctor that studies the hands. There's a doctor that's eye doctor, that's nose doctor, because nobody can really know this amazing edifice. This is divine embodiment, that is given to us, so, and I it is so amazing. And, it's just so amazing to also think about how God has framed us, and then for you to even begin to imagine who God is. You know what I'm saying? So I am so amazed, and also welcome every system that will help us understand, because it's our own understanding, and I read some of the things that I don't know if you guys attended today's WhatsApp, but I read some of the things that one person wrote, and somebody was saying they never know anything about frequency until they were introduced to Healy. They didn't know anything about it, and many of us we knew about frequency, but some of us haven't really experienced it in fullness as we have. And somebody says it says they said yes at the moment of hearing a quantum and frequency. He said, my angel Liberty, living with autism, and I had been praying for a tool to use consistently for her healing. You remember praying. I know you and I know that, I even if I don't say me, but I've heard my husband, and we have prayed, and I've heard people pray, just about God sending a tool, so this is not all there is. Okay, this is not Healy is not all there is, but it is an amazing tool. So and I read another one that said, actually, I had chills when I was told of Healy. I knew that there was a higher purpose. Nature is positively affected. Others are positively affected. The entire vibration of everyone and everything around us changes for better. So I just thought it was so good. I mean, I didn't get to get all the stuff that people were saying, but I just kind of copied that because it was really just stood out for me. And so, and then seeing that this is when you have a tool, you learn how to use that tool. That tool is not used one way. And as the people who who have been using that tool that knows different ways, and that's really what us coming together brings about, learning how to be able to use the tools that we have been given. So, yeah.
Can I give a short testimony?
Yes, go ahead.
Well, I won't go into the ins and outs of why, but my cats have been very stressed, pretty awful actually, and they were in a terrible state. And I've been running, the free program that we got, and within minutes of running this, I'll scan them of where they're at, and sometimes it will say high stress or irritability, or give a very high. And they're miserable and sad, and then within a few minutes they're coming back to life again. I mean, today was the worst. They were stressed. It's because of another cat, but anyway, so that is wonderful. And then I actually ran the one about the Alexas, the gemstones one. Okay. I forget what it's called, but I thought, well, I'll run that because I'm not sure, if you can with cats, but I did. So and it seemed to work. So I just want to launch out a bit deeper, with using those things. And I ran one on a plant, and I want to do some outside. I want to try and take a frequency of this particular place where I walk, and see if I can do a scan to heal this particular area. Oh, wow. So I want, I just want to go a bit bigger because it's through necessity, because of the things that have been happening, which have been really hard. But I don't want to stagnate. You know what I mean? I want to.
Yeah. So that is awesome. Wow. Yeah. So, I felt more in love this Sunday, or this weekend, when I had it's our son in England, the guy who prayed last Sunday. I don't know if you saw him, but he's a physicist. So when I asked him about Healy, he said that is an incredible tool. He said he said when he heard about, because he said they're all in London. He's in London, and so he's been talking with Ronald, Ronald who's in Amsterdam. Yeah. So Ronald is he said he's been talking with Ronald, of course Ronald is sharing the Healy with him. He said, because he doesn't really take anything anybody tell him, because he just goes to research. She said this is well researched. He said the language, he said that this will be continue to evolve, because he says he hasn't really the language that is used and the way people are this is, he hasn't really even tapped into what that particular device and they can do. And he said he's stoked. I'm stoked with that kind of research and that kind of work that is done in Healy. So I'm like, oh my God, because that's the person that I was thinking that he's gonna say, this is just people trying to sell you stuff, and it does this and does this. But he went into the depth of the research and then I know another thing was he started talking about the natural side, he said that somebody that is doing something on the natural cycle about the moon and the sun. I said, actually, it's right now in Healy. She's like, what? I said, yes. I said that. Then I gave him and I don't know if he already know, but I told him about this guy, Nina. I said, he has done this and we actually have I haven't bought it, but when after he was saying like that, she said people don't know. And this is a doctor. He's a research doctor. He said people don't know, really what the atmosphere has to do with people's well-being, and they don't know the effect that some of us don't know. And he says that frequency that is coming is so amazing because it is going to, assist, in terms of, using the word harmonization, bringing the body into an alignment that, usually some people, I don't know if you've been with people that maybe when the new moon or whether the sun or the change of all the things and, see that, they react differently. And it's not because they want to, but it's because of, the nature of, the environment that affect their way of being, so.
Well, what's interesting about that one too, that I want to do a little more research on as well, is the program on the planets, because it has a similar, feature as far as, the moon and,
the one we already have. Yes.
But the planets, what's interesting is that they have their own energy system as well. And I don't think that most people, other than people who are in, like Wiccan or whatever, witches or whatever, have that understanding. So I think it's really awesome that we're able to come into that understanding and use it in a positive way, use it in a way that's for the Lord, or use it in a way that'll bring health and not death.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Because the way it has, for the other way has been, a way of controlling, a way of, bringing, even allowing more sickness and whatever to inflict on humanity, to be able to harness something that now will be opposite, bringing, like in a reversal way, bringing harmony instead of allowing chaos and all those things to be the order of the day. So that's something that
there's a lot to learn there, isn't there?
I'm telling you, like, what? Okay. Because sometimes.
Why?
You know what? Sometimes, because, a lot of us, like for me, like when you talk to people like, yeah, no, and then so sometimes I feel discouraged because even with the sale that went on last time, I thought a lot of people were going to buy it. Nobody bought it.
I know.
Like, so this kind of thing. But, but to just hear a top, he dealt with cells, he's there, those people who deal with cells and cells division and they cut cells, cut all these things. And I'm listening to him like, oh my God, these are human beings. And then knowing that God, you say, what is man? I mean, oh my God, if humanity can do, the human being can do what he's doing. Wow, I say, I talk about God like, God, I gotta take a heart for you because I don't know.
It is awesome. You were saying about the planet. Well, it's just come to my mind. The scripture says the sun won't smite you by day or the moon by night.
That's
why. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know the answer, but why would that be written? Why would the sun smite you by day? I mean, I know you can get sunburnt. Or the moon by night, but there's got to be something in that, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know what? And then comes what I want to share with you all today. I remember one time I talked to you guys about the lungs, which is the breath and all those things. And, looking at what is going on and all the stuff that happened, I want to just a few minutes talk to you about the heart, And we'll talk about the sun, because the sun and the heart is actually connected to the sun. That's why, if you, reading and, with the ancient medicine, they say the heart is fire. They have it as fire. So, why would that be. If he says this in what you just said, then the sun will not smite you by day, nor moon by night. So the sun, the heart is, we say, with the Western world, we know it as a thing that just kind of pump blood and, on going off from your data, day you came into this realm of existence at the time you really change your address.
Yeah.
So, and that is constantly doing that, constantly pumping, and so it's but the traditionals, so I can say the Chinese, the African, the traditionals, they see the heart as a center of like a connectedness, like a center of connection. So your body, but your mind, your body, everything is connected. And so whatever happens to your heart also happened to your body, happened to your mind, happened to your thoughts, happened. So that's just like, we talk about the central, or I didn't call it central organ, but that is like that center or that seat. You talk about, let's just say it's a seat. It's a seat of connection. Everything is connected, the heart. And then we know that the heart is as that seat of emotion, like your feeling of sadness, your feeling of happiness, and feeling of joy. These are all heart elements. These are all heart. And what feeds the heart is love. So God, what feeds the heart, like we're looking at it in that kind of realm, is love. Is being able to give love freely and be able to receive love freely. So the heart is up, and that's why, oh my God. So could you know why? That's why the heart is the top. Is like it gets attacked. It's a top place where we get attacked. Okay, your heart is like, you have, and we do this like, oh, my heart is broken, my heart is this, but it's because the heart being the center, that connection, that is where everything, I want to say enemy, because we sometimes also become our own enemy, of course, become our own devil, okay? And then we become this, that, so with the words we speak, with the way we act, the way we be. So those things attacks the heart. And then you look at the environment. What have we gone through? All these 2 years, 2020, 2021, and we're still going to. Girls, I got a text Saturday before Sunday, and they're telling me, you guys be careful if you're gonna come together, because there were 4,000 or 3-something thousand people in LA that has been infected with COVID. Okay, if this news goes to you, what does it do? It's like the anxiety. And that's why where the anxiety, that emotional anxiety, it hits the heart, because the media, of course, the message that you hear from the media is targeted to the heart. Okay, you don't hear so much as, oh, somebody took water to the neighbor. Oh, wow. You don't hear that. I mean, not that you don't hear it at all.
It's very negative.
But it's not like a common thing. Somebody stole a car, or somebody, they have killed this person, or they didn't. They show it's about blood. They show you gory stuff and all kinds of stuff. They show you.
I don't watch the news anymore because I haven't watched it in years. So yeah, I can't, because of that. The frequency of negativity and fear is not something that I want to have around me.
It just hits. It just attacks the heart. It attacks the heart, and because it's the center, and it takes all the things, so that sometimes you begin to, people, like anxiety sets in, heart palpitation sets in, heart, people sweat. There's also, that sometimes there's a certain headache that's also come because of that. You experience the headache, dizziness, and all those things, all because of the crap. Sorry to say crap, but all because of the crap that is being dumped on the heart. All the so The sun shall not smite you by day. Your heart. Your heart.
That's insight, isn't it? Yeah.
The sun will not smite you. The sun, our life, because it's the brightness and the, the warmth is what our heart's supposed to draw from. The warmth, not the chaos, not the the heat and the killing and all those things. It's the warmth of love, the warmth. Remember when, if you're inside, I don't know if it happened to you, but I'm inside and I'm kind of freaking out, and not freaking out, but I'm just cold. And then I look at, and the sun is shining, and you go out and your whole body feels like, oh my goodness, it just feels so good. It just feels so, I mean, like you feel connected to your body. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you were, just kind of feeling icky, whatever, but now you're just so connected. You can connect to your body. You feel the warmth and just beautiful feeling going through inside of us, inside of me. That's what I experience. So because that's the warmth that our soul, our heart are really connected, because that's why it's love, it's fire. But when we talk about, we talk about the fire of God, but it's the fire of God's love. We pray for the fire of God's love to quicken people's heart. We pray for the fire of God's love. So I don't know if you guys pray that prayer, but it's not like the fire for them, kill them. No. Burn them. Listen, you know what I'm saying? But when we're praying for the fire of God's love, fire from God, we're actually praying. I mean, for me, we're praying for the fire of the love, that zeal, that thing that warms you, that warms the body and warms the whole body, the fire of God's love to quicken and burns within us. So, and that's really what a heart, connected to the sun is the warmth. So you think about the sun is not so much as the burning, like, I don't want to be in it because it gives cancer, it gives all those things, but the warmth, the love and the affections, the affinity and all the good things that comes, that the Father has, is what the heart is actually, given, for all of us. Yeah.
Amen.
So really lovely. You know, there's a phrase our pastor, it's a long time ago he taught this message. I don't remember all of it, but he kept saying, the heart, the most important part. I don't know whether it was part of a bigger saying, but he just kept saying, the heart, the most important part.
Who was saying that?
Our pastor, the pastor.
Oh, wow. Okay.
John Collier, my church. Yeah.
So because now there's a lot of anxiety going on still. I mean, it was more so during the 2020, they shut down, lockdown, and all kinds of stuff. But do you know what is happening now in the school system? Not only just in the school system, but among the teenagers. And among, I don't know, but I noticed. So I talked with my sister on Friday, and she's my sister in Canada. She's like, she's a teacher, and she's like, we having a lot of problem. It's like they had so much problem at the beginning, but now they're having this new problem that comes up. And I said, what's the new problem? He said that the kids are having difficulty taking their masks off. So now, like, it's free to take the mask off, but they're having difficulty taking their mask off because, it's like they don't want people to see how they look. And they, being ashamed and being embarrassed, and they don't want to, anybody. So, you can't get them to take the mask off. So it's like this big anxiety, this big, depression and suppression. And then I talked to my friend in Illinois, Sherry, her granddaughter, who is she's doing so well in school, is having the same thing to take the mask off. And then I guess the first week they asked him to take it, she started cutting herself. So she's into this depression and, anxiety of having to have that mask taken off. So then I was walking. So before that, I thought this lady was, it was a teenager. We were walking. So like, the best thing about COVID is that I don't need to show my face to anybody. I will never show my face to anybody again. So it's like,
sad.
Yeah. And so again, what are you hearing? I mean, you may I may hear it as, oh, she's just being, but what I'm hearing is that this person is, I mean, like that shame, that place of shame, being shamed, like I don't want, and I don't look, I'm not beautiful, even though they may be the most beautiful being walking, and I'm not beautiful. Remember how these things and the peer pressure, I'm not beautiful, I'm not this, I'm not handsome. This is what's happening now, my dear sister. This is what is happening. So that even we thought like, oh, they're going to get so sick, and that was a big concern. And now the concern is that they don't want to take it off because, the anxiety and
probably also fear too. All that fear that was placed in them during that time.
Yeah. And they fear. They're just afraid. They're afraid, even though they're so. So anyway, it's really. Sorry, I'm running my. When I change this and it start making sound, I don't know if you can hear it. I hear boom.
Yeah.
But anyway, so heart. Okay, again, our heart is connected. Connected to our tongue, our ability to speak, and be able to share who we are as a being. So this is a powerful organ. I really, myself and Dr. O we were planning to begin to, I want to speak from my own, so he can speak from his own area. And then, so we want to be able to really kind of begin to marry our learning, but we weren't able to do it because it was supposed to be this month and he's in class. So anyway, but so also with the Healy, you guys already know the clock, the body clock. Because if you look at it, when is the heart, when is the highest time when the heart actually function at the highest time? It's from 11 a.m. in the morning to 1 p.m. Okay. And then you could know that's, all the news and all the bomber, they will repeat it again in the night. They will hit it, they repeat it again in the night. So this is the time that the heart is really at the highest work. And we can now support the heart, is one of the things that is spices, to be able to eat something like some spices, like I know that some of you don't like hot spices, but it really helps the heart. And also something like a little something bitter, something like rosemary, some of those things, and then like even something that, and I don't know if this one is a part of it, but I know that lemon, like in the morning, your lemon, being able to take your lemon water,
I have lemon in the morning.
Okay, yeah.
I do.
So those are things, because it's a bit bitter, even though it's not the same way, bitter. So anything that is really bitter, and you do that from that 11 o'clock, and then just kind of is what you do to help. Do your rosemary, soak your rosemary push or whatever, and you drink. So those things help to really harmonize, to bring it up. And also happy as it's working. Remember, this is a 24/7 work. 24/7 work. We get to sleep, but he never get to sleep. Okay. So something like that. And another thing is just kind of to help the body. I mean, to help the heart is anybody knows, and I think Bob likes red, because I do like red, and you do like, so once in a while, you get red, like the red roses, have it around you, like sometimes you'll be feeling just, anyway, get some rose, any red stuff. Anyways, I have a friend, what she does, like she changes her bed, but she goes with the season. And I used to like, what do you do? But she changes her bed with the colors of the season, you know. So, and I used to love that every good time we go to her basically her bedroom where she sleeps, because she says she want to be able to harness whatever, you know, that the power that, you know, kind of reside in that kind of element, you know. So, so I was thinking, oh wow, that's a good thing. And I haven't changed my bed since I came here, my bed curtain since I came here. Okay. It's just been, I have a red, and I have a gray and have white. So you just kind of, I mean, have the two color because, so, and, you know, so just something, if it's flowers, get flowers, you know, red flowers around you, just to help, you know, boost your heart as it works for you and for me each day. So again, I talked about spices. So anyway, so, and then another thing, of course, you talked about is, if people don't know that, I mean, a lot of people, the people know, sorry, I said what to say, but like people going to run, like from that time, that particular period, they do a high, like a walk out. It's not really good for the heart. You know, it's not good for the heart to do that heavy running and all kinds of stuff. But you can walk at that time. You know, you can hike and just kind of walk around. Anything that's just kind of ease, but it's emotion, you know, to help your heart during that time. Again, like I said, love, that's really the best medicine for the heart, is love. You know, you see people that are really amazed at everything, but there's so much hate in their heart. There's so much bitterness in their heart. And then you see them wasting away, but you're like, oh my God. So love harmonizes our heart. And, you know, as we deal with the effect, like I'm calling the effect, even though they're telling me now we're still in COVID, but I'm saying that, you know, we're kind of on effect of COVID, and we're seeing the effects on the children as it relates to taking off the mask, and until later, maybe it may not even be children alone, because I don't know if you're seeing, if you're walking on the street, we started doing a walk, but we see people walking alone with masks on. And so, you know what I'm saying? So it may not even just be teenagers and, you know, children in school alone, but those people who have just gotten, it's like, you know, this is a fear, that kind of fear, that if I take it off, I might get something. You know, it may not be COVID, but whatever, I don't want to take it off. So, yeah. So anyway, so yeah, so just wanted to share that in a nutshell, so that we begin to like just, you know, we know that the sun will not smite us by day, because we've been covered. And I want to share, I think for Healy, I think I wrote some different Healy, like you guys already know, like a Meridian 1, that's Healy, I mean, that's heart, you know. So almost honestly, I will say all internal organs, because they're all connected. Remember, since the heart is, you know, it's the seat, everything's connected. So I would say just being able to run your internal organs, if you can do that at least once, maybe a week or whatnot, as you're able to run your all those meridian, run them. Remember, I shared with you guys about the guy in NASA who says, if you don't do anything, just run your meridian 1, meridian 2, run your the two bioenergetic 1 and bioenergetic 2. If you don't do anything else, period. If you can do that, give it to your body. So, but this, if you do the meridians, all the meridian 1 and 2, the meridian 1 is where the heart is. You can do that, and then you can do meridian 2. I think meridian 2 has what does it have? Meridian 2 has is where the circulation is. You know, can remember what the heart does is circulate blood. Yeah. So you now, you know, it's like you know, giving it a little a little help, if you may. Yes. So run the meridian 2, which has those circulations, and then the gold cycle is really good because of the being and care. All those things deal with the heart. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, so that's really I think that's what I have used. Somebody talked about the it said nuts. I have somebody said nuts. I know. Remember when we were talking about what's that? The nuts? That nut to eat? I don't.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But actually, they say it's very good if you run that particular program. So anyway, yeah, so that's what I want to share with us today. And we would take some time, begin to deal with this is like a surface stuff, but we can take some time, really get to know like all those organs, I know the daytime one we are able to, but when we're asleep, there's some things we may not be able to do, but we can do something ahead to prepare. It's like things are happening at 2 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the morning. And I know that many of you are righteous women who wake up and do all the prayer time, all the praying, another different prayer time. But that's what I want to share with us today. Is really when the Bible says let's guard our heart, and the guard in the heart is making sure that we provide the habits as he's doing his job, doing his job day in and day out, and what to do to support it. And next time I will go in detail, give you more detailed things, as it relates to some of the things that we can use, to really support. It's about support. It's not, we're not creating, we're supporting it. We're supporting what our heart is doing, supporting, as we support our lungs and, do the same for our hearts. Okay.
Amen.
That is very.
Okay.
I mean, I have thought the thought that, and I can't remember, some of you might know, but when the baby's heart in the womb starts, it's so early on. And it always amazed me that heart will keep on. I mean, obviously people do get sick, but for the main part, it will keep on to that day that you.
From that moment, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And never stops, as you say, 24/7.
I think it's the most hard-working organ in the body. I don't know.
Must be.
Jesus.
Must be.
No break, no. Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a lot more things that will come to light, even about the organ, the way it's got the left and right ventricle.
Oh yes. Okay. That's what I'm saying. We just kind of, I just told you, we said it's how many minutes? Is it scratch surface? Because you didn't talk about the chambers.
Yeah.
Talk about the chambers. When I talk about what all the things.
Oh yeah, the chambers. So, it's whetting my appetite, you see.
Yeah.
Sorry, I want to.
That's what I think. If we give ourselves, then we can give us time to, Destiny can have something that she's work on and want to present, and give you time to be able to really, dig into that and do good research and a good experience, run the program. This program, I do, but the things you run and then experience is like, remember how Diane said, the chill, because she's experienced it for many period, for many days. So those are things help us, we can now share with one another. And because all of us have insights that have been given to us as we journey in this life, okay? And many of us have, many months, years ahead that have journeyed, and that have journeyed and still have more. So anyway, I think we're in an amazing place. Let me let him know I'm gonna this Nigerian call. Hey, I'm in a meeting. Can I call you back? Okay, but thank you. Yeah. My family in Nigeria.
Thank you for sharing that, Mum.
Thank you.
Yes, that was good. That was
really
very
good. I've written notes.
You wrote a note. I just say something like that.
She's always a good note taker.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, Nancy's on twice.
Oh, two Nancy.
Anybody has something else? Oh, two Nancy. Yeah. Two Nancy.
Double Nancy.
Double.
Nancy.
Double.
Destiny, when are you coming back down for church?
That's a good question. I'm not sure, but
are you coming this Sunday?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, I'm not sure yet. I have to look at my schedule. I'm packing. I have so much stuff. I have to be out of my house in 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
I'm like,
I always say, if I move, I'm not coming. So
yeah. It's hard for me, especially because Papa has a conference coming up, and I might have to do it online because I really want to learn from what he's going to teach on. So,
right.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So I'll let you know as soon as I know.
Well, can you just let me know in advance, and I will bring you a bracelet.
Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you.
You're gonna give her a bracelet too? No,
well, let's put it like this. I'll bring some things, and then you decide what it is. I know, Pastor. I'll bring some things and let you guys decide.
You're talking to a giver. She's one of those who gives, So two of you are just amazing individual,
Yes,
and
I'll
be in my life in the local way. And then I told so the guy who was our son, he's in wherever in England. She's in England. Where he is, but I told him that I'm going to come and visit Julie, and when I visit Julie, I'm going to visit their house. And they said, yeah.
Oh, he was amazing. Oh my God, that prayer was so anointed. Oh my God, he prayed. Yeah. Oh my God, he prayed. That was awesome.
God, that's what one thing he mentioned that is really what we need to keep on holding on and speaking into is that we need more people who now knows how to walk in the supernatural, who are in that field, because creating what they created. Because did you hear him talk? No, he didn't talk, but didn't share like what he does. Like they actually go in what he does. They're actually able to take a sick cell and they're able to cut it and take that sickness off, and then and rejuvenate the cell. Wow. That's why he knows everything about frequency. So that's why he's like, when he heard about Healy, he's like, I go find out myself, So he did that. So he's really, really, but we need more people that have that God-fearing, that have that, the Spirit of the Lord that Dr. O was talking about. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. That Spirit of the Lord, will be upon that they are out there to do good. You know what I'm saying? That they are there to do good. Like Jesus was out doing good. So he needs more people because they're fighting him. He's the only, it's his company. But so the people he brought in, kind of fighting him some way. So just keep on praying for him, okay? And all the people that are really having a breakthrough. This is it's somebody says, I read something that somebody says about Healy. They was talking about this is like a Star Wars thing. But do you know that every movie that comes is based on something that is already in progress, okay? Absolutely. On a natural level, on a natural level. Absolutely. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Okay, my beloved, any other comments from anyone?
Yeah, the man you mentioned from London, is he on your recorded meeting?
No, he's not. No, he's
right.
He's he's not.
No.
Yeah.
London's about 2 hours away, roughly.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, I did tell him I'm gonna come and visit. They just got they bought a place. They said they didn't know why they bought a place just before the COVID, the 2019. And he just wanted like a space, I guess. I don't know why he got a place where they have land, a lot of land. So I guess it's farther away from city or something. And then it's like, oh my God, why did we do this? And then it was after when they entered into COVID, they're like, oh, okay. But God laid in his heart to go and get this place. And he's like, okay, but why are we leaving everybody and going over here? Yeah, sure. And he has boys as well. I mean, he has a girl too, but he said the boys would have gone crazy in an apartment, in the, yeah.
Okay, Destiny, see you, but let me know ahead of time and I'll put some things together.
Okay, hugs everyone. Anyone else?
Hi,
Nancy. Anything you want to comment?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
You're always good. You're fabulous, not just good.
Well, like I keep saying, when you're 74 and get to be 75, what are you going to do? You got to be good. The life that God has given me.
Look at 70. Look at, did you see that?
Wow.
Yes.
You're 74, 73?
I'm 74. I'll be 75 in September.
Wow.
Can you see that?
You know what? I was listening at you earlier speak, and I've learned the more we know about who we are and who God is in us, like you saying about the love, we have the love, we have to love people no matter what transpires. We got to love. We can't live in the past and bring stuff up in the past. We've forgiven people, then we've got to just allow that to be forgiven and don't bring the past, because he said that he that is joined to the Lord is one spirit. So we're in him and he's in us. We got his DNA. And we got to learn how to take care of ourselves, eat right, and don't be concerned about what other people say. If our heart is right,
that's right.
Don't be concerned about what people say. And what you're doing now.
Here comes other young man. The young man now, he said, you wouldn't know that two of them are in their 70s. Just let me tell you the truth. Of course, now he's here. Yeah, and she's more gorgeous, and you see her, this gorgeous. She's more gorgeous. Two of them, this so amazing group of two couple that were, I think, hatched from one egg. Sorry.
But you know what though, and it's just speaking to all of us. We carry in the household. We carry the phenomena of how the house should operate. Yes, thank God to our husband, but how we order the house. I make sure that my house is in good order so that my husband, when the Holy Spirit speaks, he hears it. So he don't have to go around and say, what's wrong with my daughter? The devil ain't gonna take over nothing that God has given us. Amen. No, he's under our feet. So my house is in peace, and I make it be in peace. And I don't go around sharing things with my husband. He's a great man. So why go around talk about him? That's not what God has orchestrated us to do. We are good people. All of us that's on here, we are good